This is a Kindle, and this is the same Kindle one swipe later. Amazon waited more than 10 years to do this. So the real question is simple. Was it worth the wait? Let's open the box and find out. Quick note before we start, because a lot of people get this wrong. There are two Colorsoft models. The standard Colorsoft has 16GB of storage and you adjust the brightness by hand. The Signature Edition has 32GB and automatic light sensor and wireless charging. Everything else is the same. The one in this box is the standard Colorsoft. The packaging is almost all recycled cardboard. It tears open, there is no plastic inside. And here is everything you get. The Kindle itself, a USB-C cable, and a small quick start guide. There is no power adapter in the box, so if you don't already have a USB-C charger at home, you will need one. It's a small thing, but I would rather tell you now than you have to find out later. If you have ever held a Kindle Paperwhite, this will feel completely familiar. Same size, same shape, same 7-inch screen. Screen is slightly recessed, so it sits a little below the frame. Some people prefer a flat screen. I actually like this, because my thumb has somewhere to rest. It's light. I can hold it in one hand for a long reading session without any problem. Okay, this is the moment. First boot, and the setup screen is already in color. But the real difference shows up in the library. Every book cover is now the cover the designer actually made, not a grey rectangle. Let me get closer to the screen, because this part is important. You can see the structure of the color filter sitting on the top of the panel. This is not a phone screen. It's not backlit, and the colors are soft. Some people call them muted. It looks like a color print in an old paper bag, not like a display. If you are expecting the colors from your phone, you will be disappointed. If you are expecting paper, you will be happy. Now, let me be honest with you, because there are two things you should know. First, when the Colorsoft launched, a lot of people reported a yellow band along the bottom of the screen. Amazon acknowledged the problem and fixed it in later production units. On my unit, I cannot see it. Second, this is how color e-ink works. There is a color filter layer sitting on top of the panel. The filter makes text slightly softer and the whole screen slightly darker than the black and white e-reader. Here is the text on the screen, and here is the printed text at same distance. Print still wins on pure sharpness. That is the price of the color. If you only read plain text, black and white e-reader will give you a better page than this one, and it will cost you less. One thing I really like, the Colorsoft is rated IPX8. That means it survived a lab test in 2 meters of fresh water for 60 minutes. I'm not going to throw it in the pool, but it means you can read in the bath or at the beach and stop worrying. And like every e-ink screen, it gets better in bright sunlight, not worse. So where does the color actually help? Comics and manga. This is the biggest one by far. Reading colored artwork on a grey screen was always a compromise. And that compromise is gone. Book covers in your library. It sounds small, but browsing your own books just feel better when you see the real covers. And color highlights. Yellow, orange, blue and pink. You can use different colors for different things. But if you read only novels, plain black text on plain white pages, these screens give you almost nothing. Be honest with yourself about what you actually read. So, is the color finally worth it? My honest answer after the unboxing is: it depends entirely on what you read. If you read comics, manga or anything with pictures, yes. If you read only text, a black and white e-reader is still better screen and it costs less. Next, I am going to do full setup guide for this device. including the color settings that most people never change. And after that, I am putting it head to head against the Kobo Libra color and Onyx Boox Go Color 7. Links are on screen and in the description. Thanks for watching.